Hi everybody, it's your guy here, the unknown, and today I want to share something valuable with you. Okay, and I believe you all had a beautiful week because we are coming from a week that was filled with many opportunities, and most of the pairs played out exactly as we have already discussed on our setups. Okay, I did take a loss yesterday on oil, but I'm happy. Okay, so guys, it's not about winning, it's not about losing, it's about having a process that you follow. Okay, because trading is not supposed to be hard, it's supposed to be a rinse and repeat. So if you don't have a process that you are actually following, a process that you're executing day in day out, okay, then it means you are just gambling. Okay, you might not be ready for trading. Okay, so you need to have a setup that you actually take every time it is presented. Okay, so let's look at something quite quick. Today I want to be looking at why are people still losing trades, because guys, I've realized that most people are still losing trades and it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, so as I've already said, it's about having a process. Okay, if you don't have a process, then you find yourself in trouble. It's time to start doing the right things. Have a process that you execute day in day out. Okay, it's not about trading every day, it's about having a process that has your setups, and you trade your setups whenever they are presented. Okay, yes, sometimes you'll take a loss, sometimes you'll take losses. However, that doesn't mean your process is broken or your setup is broken. No, it's normal because there are various factors that we can't control. Okay, that is why there is no 100% win rate. Okay, the best traders actually have a 50% to 60% win rate. So we all know that it's not about a win rate or having a win rate of 90%. Okay, so it's about having a process. And let me just show you this to support all of you who are still struggling. Okay, I created this playbook because we have been talking about these things, as Mike Bellafor actually said, you must have a playbook. Okay, so I created this one, and it only has one best strategy. Okay, it's one of my favorite setups. Okay, and I've shared the A to Z of that setup, how it should look, what you should look for, when you should execute it. I've said everything about it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this playbook in the description, and I believe it's gonna change your life. Okay, it's one of my favorite setup, and the reason I actually put one setup is because I want people to focus on something that works. I realized that okay, we have a number of setups on this channel. We share about 3 setups. Okay, and I realized that most people are not ready. Why? Because they haven't done proper back testing, so they are not ready for multiple setups, and therefore I decided to put the easiest, the best, and the most rewarding setup in this playbook. You're gonna find everything about the setup. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link in the description. Okay, so let's continue, guys. As I said, it's about the process. Okay, most people are taking trades out of emotions. We have already discussed what you should wait for. We have gone through patience. I have a video where I explained patience and we went deeper into it. Okay, it's in the playlist. You can just go and find it, where we discussed patience. Guys, patience pays. Nothing is gonna pay you in this world more than patience. Okay, patience pays, believe me, it does. Okay, so people are jumping into trades because of emotions. Yes, you have a setup, you have your own rules, you know what you wait for, you know what you want to see before entering a trade. But most of the time we find that people fail to wait because they are scared of missing out. Guys, don't trade out of emotions. Wait for your setup, because the markets will always stir your emotions. That's how they make their money. Okay, that's how they get all of you trapped and they go with your money. Okay, it's because they play around with your emotions. You feel or think you're gonna miss the trade. You're not gonna miss the trade. Okay, sometimes you might miss it. Okay, but it's gonna be quite rare. 90% of the time you're not gonna miss it, because the moves that actually are triggering your emotions and and actually leading to you entering before your setup is completely completed, it's because they stir your emotions. Okay, so there are those moves meant for stirring impulsive traders so that they jump into the market. Okay, wait for all your criteria to be met. Okay, and we will be going through some of the criteria in this video as well. Okay, and guys, some people don't have rules. If you have no rules, then guys, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. You can't trade everything that moves. Markets go up, pull back, go up, pull back, or they go down, pull back, go down, pull back, change out. You see, you can't be trading all these things without rules. And you know, this actually leads to most traders blaming themselves. Sometimes, okay, let's say the pound yen will move 150%, 150 pips, and you didn't take it, you took another currency, and now you're feeling guilty because you should have seen the pound. No, it doesn't work like that. Have rules. It doesn't matter if one pair moves. If you don't have a setup on that pair, allow those who have setups to take that opportunity. Okay, it's not yours. And don't feel guilty if some of the pairs moved without you. Take what aligns with your strategy. Okay, hence I decided to share my playbook with you. This playbook has only one setup, which is the best setup for me, my most favorite. Okay, and it's one of the most profitable setups I have, so I shared everything with you. Okay, and secondly, some people don't have goals. Okay, you must treat your trading as a business. It must have clear goals. Okay, you must have clear goals. Where do you want to see yourself in 3 years? Where do you want to see yourself in 4 years? Where do you want to see yourself in 10 years? Okay, identify your goals. Okay, this will help you have rules and stay disciplined. Okay, this will help you stay disciplined. Go and start actually preparing a trading plan. Okay, you need a trading plan and you need a business plan, because if you are in trading for the long term, then you surely want it to be a business. If you want it to be a business, you need to have a business plan. Okay, and then you need to have a trading plan. So you need two types of plans. Okay, guys, put in the work. Honestly, put in the work, unless if you are here just to gamble, or if you had somebody saying you can make money through trading. Okay, but if you are in it for the long term, have a business plan and have a trading plan. This is highly important. Okay, know how you're going to expand your business. Know, guys, this is highly important. Okay, let me not over explain, because it will just make this video longer. Okay, so not having a plan, it's a problem that most people are actually having, hence why they are always consistently losing money. Okay, and guys, you don't have a setup. There are people who are actually trading without a setup. What are you trading? If you don't have a setup, you are not prepared to be trading. You won't see consistency. You won't see the results. Why? Because the market rewards those who have setups, and we have thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of setups that different people are using throughout the world. And that alone tells you that if you don't have a setup for a particular pair that is moving on the day, don't trade it. Why? Because we have many setups. Let those who have a setup on that pair on that day take it, or else you're gonna become liquidity, because now you are taking something you don't understand. Okay, hence I shared my playbook with only one setup that I think all of you might be able to master. Okay, go and focus on one setup. Okay, because guys, you want to focus on multiple setups and you are not ready. Okay, it's not about trading every day. Identify one setup that works for you and trade that setup. Okay, until you understand the A to Z of that setup. Okay, so that is highly important. And now let's jump into the charts. Okay, it was a very beautiful week, guys. I don't want to lie. Okay, I don't want to lie. First of all, let's talk about oil. Okay, I took a loss yesterday, and I want you to look and listen carefully, because the information I'm gonna share with you is very important. Okay, let's start with GJ. Let's start from here. We will actually go to the loss that I took, because it was crazy. It was a crazy loss. First of all, let me make this visible. Okay, guys, I want you to be consistent. I want you to win in this game. But if you don't put in the work, it's gonna be difficult. If you don't have a single setup that you are actually trading, it's gonna be hard for you. Okay, first of all, GJ, I told you there are certain things you have to do during the weekends. It's identifying the highs. Okay, this is what I like doing, identifying the highs. I actually use this red color. Okay, I won't be marking these highs, and then I identify the low. Okay, this is the high and the low of the previous week. Okay, and I want to start from the start. Okay, because I always do this during the weekends. Okay, so I've resetted everything so that everybody will be able to see what I'm talking about. The second level you need is, you see, this line here, the blue ray here, it actually represents a week. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 days. This is a week. Hence you see this blue ray here and this blue ray here. Okay, and this is the closing price of Friday. Okay, this is the closing price of Monday. So you come to the previous week, not the current week. Remember, we're going to be talking about this week, right? So we come to the previous week, we draw a line over here, and this is actually the closing price of the previous week. I want to keep it dark green, okay, because I have space for light green. And then we come to the current week. Okay, it could be on a Monday, it could be on the weekend. You have to draw this here. This is the closing price of last week's Friday, the week we are actually coming from. So guys, this is not hard. Okay, this is not hard. You draw the low, you draw the high of the previous week that has already been completed. Why? Because hindsight pays. Okay, and then you mark out. You see, it's actually highlighted by the blue ray, the closing price of Friday. Okay, you draw this line here, you draw this line. You do this for all your currencies. Okay, you have to put in somewhere, guys. And then let me show you something. We always talk about day 1, day 2, day 3. I love marking my charts day 1. And sorry if this video becomes a little bit long, just forgive me, because I want to share this with everyone so that you all know how to actually become consistent. Okay, however, know that you have to focus only on one setup that you understand, master it, and then you can jump to another one once you are profitable on one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say day 2, and I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this. And note how I'm using the hourly time frame. Okay, I'm using the hourly time frame because it's easy to see the days. I told you, wait for your setup to complete. Okay, this is the first red day. Okay, for those who understand day 2 continuation, there was a trade here. For those who understand day 3, there was a trade here. Okay, and there was a trade this day. But I'm not gonna go through all these setups. I'm gonna go through the best opportunities that I took. Okay, so guys, here it is. You see, day 1, day 2, day 3. Let me show you something. Now we're gonna go to 15 minutes. We talk about day 3, day 1, day 2, day 3 of breakout traders. Okay, this is day 1. Okay, obviously, yes, we don't have breakout traders here, but I told you, the moment it breaks this low here, this is a day 1. Okay, because now this is a peak formation, and we don't trade against the peak formation. Okay, so we don't trade against the peak formation. You already know that we don't counter trend. Guys, don't learn things and forget them. Okay, don't learn things and forget them. This is important. This now is a peak formation. Okay, this is a peak formation. Okay, because on Monday we didn't break Friday's low, we only broke Monday's low on Tuesday. Therefore, this is a peak formation. It's day 1. Okay, this is day 2, this is day 3. Okay, so guys, let's go to a 15 minute time frame. And what I usually do when I have a setup, I mix the 15-minute time frame and the 5 minutes, sometimes even the 1 minute. I just open them on multiple monitors, and they work well for me. Even if you have one monitor, once you have identified a pair, you can actually use this arrange windows, okay, and then you can have 1 minute on one, you can have 5 minutes on the other, and 15 minutes on the other one. Okay, so as you can see, day 1, day 2, day 3, all these are setups we talked about day 2 continuation, we talked about all these things. Okay, so we came here on a day 3, okay, and I told you sometimes day 3s we are actually expecting a reversal. Sometimes that reversal will happen the following day, or else prices will keep going in that direction. Okay, so we don't enter blindly, we actually observe. And I told you the pound moves well during the London session. Okay, so when we came the next day, what did we have? This was the low. Okay, and mind you, this was actually on a Wednesday and this was on a Thursday. Okay, so they took people down for roughly 4 days. Okay, it does happen. So this was a very beautiful trade. Okay, you see, we are at a level. I told you, mark out your levels during the weekend. Why? Because you're gonna need these levels, guys. You're gonna need these levels. They are gonna react to these levels. Okay, and if you look carefully, what did they do? They started dropping prices. Okay, they dropped. They actually forced people to do what? To chase these big candles. Look at how big these candles are. Okay, and we are not only here on the closing of the previous week. No, we are also at the low of the day, the low of yesterday. Okay, and look at the candles. If we go to a 5-minute chart, you will see something, guys. You will see something. We have something called patterns. We have reversal patterns. Let me just go to this quite quick and share with you. But I believe that most of you already know what we mean when we talk about patterns. Okay, I believe most of you already know what we mean by patterns. Guys, we have an M pattern. This is a double top. Okay, it can come in different variations. It can be like, okay, it's an M which is like this, where they extend the second leg. It can be an M where the legs are equal, or it can be an M where the first leg is the one that is extended. This is double top. Okay, the same applies to double bottoms, which is a W. We have a W like this. Okay, we also have a W like this. We also have a W where all the legs are equal. Okay, and now we have a triple top. Okay, a triple top can come also in various variation. It can be triple top where all these legs are equal. It could be a triple top where maybe one of these legs is high, which here it becomes a half Batman structure. It's a very powerful structure which tells you that they've trapped traders high and they don't want to revisit that level again. Okay, we can have a triple top, something like this. Okay, where they trap, come and create liquidity, then they go and break it. Okay, just understand the variations. The same applies to a triple bottom. Okay, the same applies to a triple bottom. Okay, we can have a triple bottom where all the legs are equal. We can have a triple bottom where, you see, again, this is half Batman. Okay, and then again we can have a triple top where, actually, let me see what I did. Okay, where they can do this and extend the final leg, or this leg might be in between, just like this one. As you can see, they just come and create liquidity over here. Okay, and then again we have head and shoulder. Okay, it's a form of a triple top, but it's a head and shoulder. Okay, we have an inverse head and shoulder, which this is a shoulder. Okay, this is a head and this is a shoulder, and then we have a neckline. These ones come in various forms, where we could have something like this. Okay, you see the neckline, it's like this now, and we have one where the neckline is straight, and we also have one where maybe it can be like this. You see now the neckline. Okay, so these are head and shoulders. These are powerful patterns. Okay, and I want to show you how to actually spot or identify these patterns. Okay, and then sometimes you can have a triangle where maybe it depends. They can like, okay, have a triangle that is actually going down. Okay, sometimes you find that, okay, they are holding this level perfectly. Okay, and then they break up or they can break down. That's the problem with triangles. Triangles can break in any side, but your job is to have your own rules. Okay, and I'm coming back to these rules. Okay, I'm coming back to these rules. I just wanted you to understand what I was saying. Okay, why? Because you're gonna need this. Okay, you're gonna need this. You see, now we are on a 5-minute time frame. Yesterday was day 3. Okay, was day 3. Okay, now it's the next day. What are they doing? Let's first go to a 15-minute chart. Okay, I want to show you how to actually see these things. You see what they're doing? They're saying go down, they pull back, go down, they pull back, go down. You see how violent these candles are. They are actually sending people down. Okay, and there are people who executed after this candle. Let's look at the times. Okay, you see, this is actually the equity opening. What did I say in my previous videos? I told you, if you are new, kindly subscribe because you don't want to miss videos. Okay, we did talk about this thing. I told you I only come to the screen on the equity opening candle, and that doesn't mean I'm actually off the screen. Yes, sometimes I'll switch off my screen. Okay, but most of the time I don't switch it off. What I actually do is I will be observing how they are moving, but based on my own rules, I don't want to open a trade before the equity opening time. Why? I told you guys, wait for the stop hunt. Wait for the stop hunt. This is highly important and most people ignore this. Okay, wait for the stop hunt. When are they likely to throw a stop hunt? They are most likely to throw a stop hunt. Sorry for typing error, it's fine. They are more likely to throw a stop hunt after the equity has opened. Okay, or the equity opening time will actually initiate the stop hunt. You see, this is the candle that opens the equity of the London session. Okay, this is a stop hunt. Okay, how do you know it's a stop hunt? Let me go to, you see, they come and close everybody here, and then they come and pin last week's previous closing price. They also pin yesterday's closing price. In other words, this stop hunt came to close everybody here. Okay, it's just that I'm not gonna project it backwards because that's not important for now. Okay, it will just consume time. So once they stop, they came to close this, guys, and I told you stop hunts have 2 functions. Okay, stop hunts, the first function is to close those who are in profit. There are people who buy or sell at the end of the day. There are people who actually executed trades during the Asian session because it's pound yen. The yen moves during the Asian session. Okay, so there are people, you see, pin in golf. There are people who actually traded here, and these people were in profit as it went up. So when it came, it closed people from yesterday, and it also closed people from the Asian session. That's important. Secondly, there are people who chased this candle. Okay, there are people who chased the candle. Okay, so there are people who were selling. Okay, and the moment these candles close, these guys are trapped. I told you, identify trapped traders. Okay, and when we come to a 5-minute chart, I want to explain everything so that you know what to look for. Okay, you see, this here is a W. They break the structure. This is important, guys. You see, let me actually make this unique so that it becomes visible to everybody. Okay, you see, now they break structure towards the upside. Okay, you don't want to be in all this mess. Okay, you only want to be in this when they engulf away. Okay, somebody will say, but this was an engulf and it closed as a pin. No, guys, when you are at the low, like this, cut the pins above, because they want to trap you. They want you to think they are selling, but you must be smart. Day 3, we are at a level. Now they are sending people down. Equity opened, they send people down using big candles. Now they're giving pins. Cut the pins, okay, when you are at the low, and just be patient. Don't chase pins. Let me tell you or give you a trick right here. Okay, if you want to be selling this, okay, they should be working the high and then give a pin that exits this region. If you read or if you follow Peter Branded, you will know that Peter Branded doesn't, let me go back to show you guys. I want you to understand this. I really care about all of you. Okay, I want you to understand this. Okay, look at this. If there is a consolidation like this, prices are consolidating here. If you follow Peter Branded, he will tell you that he never ever makes a decision when prices are inside this box. So you know how they trap. Do not make a decision when prices are trapping. Rather wait for them to go out with a big engulf. That's where you can enter. For Peter Branded, he knows that trading is an emotional game. Okay, so for him, what he actually does, he places open orders and he places a stop. So whenever prices get to the price where he set his open position, his trade gets executed and then his stop is automatically set. Okay, that's how he trade. He doesn't actually trade during the day. Okay, he opens his trade during the weekend. That's what he does. Okay, and during the week he waits for the day to trade. He waits for the markets to close. Then when the market closes later, that's where he comes and actually observes how the markets have behaved so that he can trail his stops. That tells you that this is an emotional game. So even the best traders in the world, they don't want to get trapped. Okay, they don't want to be taking emotional decisions. Hence I told you guys, the reason traders are failing is because they are taking emotional decision. So guys, what I'm trying to show you all right now is, you see, when they are working the low, don't try to get guessing here. Why? Because this is where they are playing. You can see. Okay, set an alert. Okay, you can set an alert the moment prices exit here, because already it's day 3. We had a day 3. We have a stop hunt. Okay, set an alert so that when prices get out of here, obviously the alert was going to be triggered by this candle, but observe its behavior. It closed back as a pin. Cut the pin. Okay, and wait. When an engulf comes out like this, that's where you take your trade. Okay, don't try to make decisions down here. Wait for them to work the level, then get out with an engulf. Okay, that's important. And obviously when you came during the US session, the market was already broken down after a day 3. Obviously we were expecting a blow off, okay, to come and punish those who followed the market 3 days, because on a day 3 or after day 3s of breakout, prices are more likely to reverse. And if you look carefully, this was a day 1 no breakout. Okay, so if you are actually chasing the breakouts, then obviously we have day 1 of breakouts where they broke here, we have day 2 of breakouts where they broke here, and actually we ended up getting day 3 of breakouts where they broke here. So guys, you can see we talked about this strategy. Okay, we talked about the strategy. I don't know obviously what people are doing, because we talked about these things. If you back test, if you practice, you will get these trades. Okay, you will get these trades, guys. You will get these trades. You see, now what did they do? They came and bounced on the level. Okay, the market was already going in one direction. You could have held this trade if you were in it. Okay, For me, once the market is broken like this, I just hold. Why? Because obviously, who was in profit before London opened? These guys down here were in profit. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna actually talk about all these currencies, but I want you to understand, hence I'm explaining too much. It's not about, oh, I made a mistake. Okay, fine, this was the level, right? Yes, if I still remember, well, this was the level. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I just want to make it perfect. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let me just double click so that I don't shift it again. Okay, so these guys here were in profit. Okay, that it's actually those who bought yesterday. Okay, and again, we know now that, okay, after the equity has opened, obviously people from London have been closed out, and okay, from Asia have been closed out, and okay, uh these guys are now in profit, because I told you people were chasing these candles. Their stops are all over here. Okay, their stops are all over here. When the session opens, you must know where is the money, because the market will always go for the money. Hence people say, when I enter they close me. Yes, because they're after the money. Okay, so you know these guys are in profit. So this is your first target. Okay, and who else is in profit? Obviously people from yesterday's high are in profit. Okay, because there are people like Peter Brandon. I told you, he opens it. Peter actually opens during the weekend, but the people who open at the end using the daily time frame, they are the guys who were in profit. Okay, because obviously they sold here because it was a downtrend. So that's where the market might possibly be heading to. Okay, we are not sure, but you know, day 3 moves are explosive, and yes, obviously most of the time they're gonna be from low to high of the day, more especially when it comes to GJ is very capable of moving from the low to the high of yesterday. GJ is capable of that, and it does that most of the time, and it's still gonna do. Or else you could have taken just from this, you see this is the closing price, it's a level. You can take this, okay, even if you took the bodies, you were right, because that's the practice I do. I don't take the the pins. So guys, you see again, this was actually a profit of 60 pips, and we always advise on taking a profit of 50 pips every day. So this is actually a very good trade. Okay, and I told you, when you trade, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, that means you execute here. When they go come back, you see they give you another engulf. You execute and you put your stops here, so you can have 2 position on this trade. But if you go to a smaller one like a 1 minute, you're gonna get multiple entries. That's where you can have 3 positions, and you can have different take profits. Okay, you can have a take profit at the high of the day, which obviously will come and take profit here, and it ensures that even if those other ones reverses, you still get paid. And then you could have taken at the expansion of 2, which was somewhere around here, and then obviously you could have left the last position to take at the end. So don't put your eggs in one basket. Why? Because it also helps for those who, say for instance, you jumped into early, or the trade is actually gonna end up losing, or maybe you are wrong. Okay, because yes, sometimes it might set up very perfect like this, and you can end up taking a loss. Okay, so if you actually enter using small sizes, if you are wrong, obviously if it closes you, then you didn't lose a lot of money, and you add as it's going in your direction. That's highly advisable. Okay, because if you are wrong at first and it goes against you, then you'll lose a very small amount of capital. However, if you put all your size, then you're gonna lose a lot. Okay, so don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so this was a beautiful trade, and let me show you another trick. Okay, because the euro yen, let me show you something, guys. I like you, I don't know why, but let me show you something. My FX book. Okay, let me open on this monitor quite quick. I want to show you something that I believe will be beneficial to you all. Okay, okay, I just want to show you something, guys, quite quick. It's fine, I want to show you this quite quick. Let me just see my FX book. Okay, I'm opening it on another monitor so that I don't disturb you. Okay, because I want to show you something important that is actually working for me. And obviously, if it's working for me, I hope it will work for you as well. Okay, hope it will work for you as well. Okay. Okay, now I'm on my forex factory. As you can see, I'm on my forex book. Okay, so what you do when you are on my forex book, you create an account. It's free. Okay, then you come here to correlations. Okay, correlations. Nah, maybe later. Okay, fine. So when you are here, you want to find currencies that are actually higher than 80%, because correlations is a relationship. So if currencies are above 80%, that means they are more likely to be going in one direction. And I told you, correlations is not a permanent thing, it changes over time. So first of all, you want currencies that have been correlated for a while. Okay, that's the first thing. So let's check. This is Euro JPY, and let's check. Let's go and find GJ. Okay, GJ. Okay, so this is GJ. Okay, GJ. We're gonna pay it with Euro USD. You see, this is Euro USD, and this is GJ. This has a correlation of 98.6%. So guys, you don't want to buy the pound and sell the euro yen. You don't want to buy GJ and buy euro yen. Why? Because you're actually conflicting yourself, because they are more likely to move in one direction. Okay, so this is what you want to see. Once you see a correlation of 98%, okay, you can come now. It's over a week. Okay, of course you can check a month, but what I will do actually is I will check in the last day as well. Okay, I will check in the last day as well. Okay, you see, in the last day they were roughly 96.4% correlated. So these two, euro yen and pound yen, these two are gonna most likely move in one direction. Okay, so once you know that, okay, these two have a high correlations above 80, what you do now is actually let's see, you know they're gonna be moving in one direction. You see, this was a straight decline. Okay, let's look. This was a straight decline. So usually one pair is gonna lead, and let me show you what I mean. If you look carefully, you will see that. Let's go to a 15-minute time frame. Okay, this is a trick, guys. I believe it's gonna help you. Okay, I believe it's just gonna help. It's just gonna help you, and it's gonna work perfectly for you. Okay, sorry if this video is getting long. I just want to add value to you. Okay, so if you look at this, you see the pound yen was actually going up. You see, it was going up. Let's look at the time. Look at the time down here. Okay, pay close attention to the time. My broker is behind in 2 hours, so that's why you see that the times don't align. So you see, this is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Kindly note, 8 o'clock. Look at this candle. Let me just use a green, something like green or orange, something that's visible. Okay, look at this candle here. You saw it's 8 o'clock, right? Let's come to the euro. Let's note the date. It was on the 30th of November. Okay, so let's come to a 15-minute time frame. Let's go and find the 30th of November. You see, now we are on okay, let's find 8 o'clock. This is where is it? Okay, this is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Okay, this is 8 o'clock. What do you see? Same day count, right? Because they are moving in the same way. They are 90 something plus correlated. Okay, so look at this. This candle has broken the low. When we come to GJ, this candle is going up. Okay, so in other words, these two are correlated, most likely to do the same. However, this one is going high, but it's still inside the trapping zone. I told you, don't make a decision inside the trapping zone. When they are trapping, relax. Don't make your trading decision. Okay, wait for the equity time to open. Wait for them to throw stop hunt. For those who understand, they could have taken this trade. It was more than 50 pips. Actually way more than 50 pips. Okay, it was roughly 57 pips. For those who caught it, it was good, but I don't trade these things. Okay, because I want to come during the equity time. Okay, sometimes yes, the move will be gone, but most of the time I'm gonna get the best trades. Okay, so if you see here 8 o'clock is going up, here 8 o'clock is going down. Okay, during this week the euro was leading. I was observing it throughout the week. It was leading the yen, it was leading the pound. That's why you find that, okay, if you look at this one was moving many pips, it was leading. So you know that these currencies are gonna behave roughly the same. So I looked at this one and I saw that, okay, it has broken down, and I came to GJ. GJ is my favorite because it's more volatile. Okay, between the two, it's GJ, it's most volatile. Okay, so what I did actually was I came and I saw that, okay, this candle is going down, but on the euro it has already broken the low. So I knew there were high chances, because nothing is certain, I knew there were high chances for GJ to actually go down and break. Okay, so even here, if you look at the time, one was leading the other. As one was reversing, one was leading the other. I showed you this one on a 5-minute time frame. It actually gave a W. Okay, this is a W. Okay, go down, reverse. They break structure. They want those who are entering on a smaller time frame to jump in quick. Then they pull back and go with a very explosive engulf. Okay, after a stop hunt, this is where you enter, guys. No excuse about this. Somebody will say, hey, it's because it has already played out. Go to my previous videos. I've been talking about this too many times now. Okay, don't make a decision when you are in a consolidation. Same applies. Don't make a decision when you are in something like a consolidation. Okay, for me, I told you patient pays. I wait for the equity time, and the same applied even here. Okay, the same applied even here. We got a W, we got a breakout, and then they pull back. You see, same behavior. They pulled back out, they pulled out and pulled back with a candle followed by engulf. So guys, these were two beautiful trades. Understanding correlations, you know that they are most likely to give the same kind of behavior. And you see this candle is going back to the EMA. We talked about this too many times. You see this one is moving towards the EMA. We talked about this too many times. Same behavior. The time of the day is the most important thing. Once they throw the stop hunt after the equity time, I know I'm in, and I know I'm gonna ride this trade. Okay, I know I'm gonna ride it. Take from the high to the low, then that will be my take profit, okay, on a day 3. So guys, this is a very beautiful trade. And one last thing I will show you is actually, let me come to my indicators. I'll put it in the description. Okay, I have this daily percentage change indicator. I'll put it in the description. This is a very useful indicator. Okay, why? Because when I come, obviously these two pairs will be behaving in the same way. Already we know from the correlations, and it's during London. Okay, I don't really like trading US pairs during London. So I look at this one when it's here. I'm gonna take the one which has the highest daily change. Okay, you might find that, okay, for the euro, when it's here, obviously you're gonna find that, okay, weekly change, it's say maybe -2. Okay, this one is maybe -80, and you find that, okay, the pound, it's maybe -60, and here it's minus maybe 20. Then you realize that, okay, the one that is actually maybe -80, the one with the biggest minus number is the strongest one. And you know, when you are buying, you want to buy, it's the weakest one. I mean, it has gone further and further away from the weekly close or the daily close or the monthly close. You want the weakest one, the one that is oversold. Okay, so that's how you judge from the two. Even for me, on this day, I judged based on the weakest currency, because if one is -2 and the other one is maybe -50, and here it's minus maybe 80, and the other one is -30, obviously this one will be the weakest one. So I want to take the weakest one. Okay, you don't have to trade both of them, but if you want, you can. But remember, the most important thing is actually preserving your capital. Okay, because if you lose all your capital, you're out of the game. Nothing else matters. Okay, so protect your capital. And besides, if you take one, we talked about sizing in, you can size in. Okay, but if you're gonna be taking two, obviously you might not be able to size in, because I told you don't put your eggs in one basket. So you want to be following it carefully and managing that trade. Okay, so I judge using this indicator. I buy the weakest one. The same applies if I'm gonna be selling. I want to see the one that has gone the furthest, okay, because there's the one that is actually oversold, and that is the one that actually is much weaker on the day. Okay, it's my okay. So this is what we actually talk about. Okay, so yeah, actually that's how I judge them. And here we had I don't want to waste most of your time, okay, but let me just go through the remaining currencies quite quick because I've over explained. First things we do every week is we identify the high. I'm just gonna be quite quick right here, and I use red colors and a very thick colors, okay, because I want to be able to identify these lines when I see them throughout the day. Okay, I only draw them once. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull this one to the low. Why? Because already you know that this is a new week, okay, and basically this is a previous week. Okay, and this is obviously another week. So you just draw these lines through as far as you can, okay, looking at how far the week might go. Okay, and then obviously we talked about, you see this is the first dotted line of the week, this is Friday's closing price, and I told you for this one I need a dark green color. Okay, so guys, I know this is something which is too much for somebody, but I believe you can watch it slowly and understand it, and you can just always come to this video and use it as reference. I just want you guys to understand everything. Okay, and today I'm only looking at day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, so you see this is the light one because it's the closing price of the week we are just coming from. Okay, so we're just gonna mark our charts. This is day 1 of breakout, as you can see. So most of the time, guys, it's gonna be pumping prices up, then they dump them. Okay, so it's basically gonna be 3 days. Okay, you see when they actually, okay, where's that line? Okay, it's hidden by this one. Okay, when they broke here, this became an ordinary day 1. However, we have day 1 of breakouts, day 2 of breakouts, we have day 3, and that's where they start reversing. So guys, most of these days, okay, this thing is gonna be consistent. Okay, day 1, and I believe we spoke about these things countless times. Okay, sorry, I don't wanna actually spend most of the time. This is just an ordinary day 1 which became a peak formation, and as actually we've already discussed, we don't trade against peak formation. Why? Because it actually broke the high of the previous day here. As you see, it was going down. So basically this just becomes a day 1. Okay, this is an ordinary day 1 in case they don't give day 3 of breakouts, which is also possible most of the time. But if they give day 3 breakouts, oh, that's your bonus. Okay, but I'm not saying enter blindly. You have to actually look at the behavior of prices on the day. Okay, so I know I'm explaining a lot of things, but I want to simplify. I'm trying my best. So you see day 1 breakout, day 2 breakout, day 3 breakout. Obviously this is consistent most of the time. Always know there are weeks where this will actually be violated. Okay, so now it's rather going down. Okay, so day 1. Okay, so you could have, if you understand, you could have taken this was an inside day, but even if you took it, you're still gonna get paid. Okay, this is a day 1. Okay, and here we get an inside day. Most people confuse inside days. Okay, this is okay, let me just say in day. Okay, this is a day that breaks neither level, it just trades inside. As you can see, it opened here and it closed here, so this is basically inside this day. So I told you inside days represent reversals or continuation, but it also it's also based on where it is. Okay, if you look here, it's actually after day 1. Obviously most cases it's gonna be a reversal, but it could have been a continuation. Okay, it's still fine. And then now we got day 2. Okay, so you can wait for day 1, day 2, day 3 and take your strategy. It's not about trading every day. Okay, wait till you have an urge, then you execute it, but it must be in your plan. Okay, hence I also shared that playbook with you. Okay, and then here we came to a day 3. but it did not break out, but it was a day 3. Okay, this was a day 3. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute, let me check. Yes, this is the day 3 which reversed. Okay, it's a day 3 that reversed. Okay, but it's not day 3 or breakout, but it's a day 3. Okay, so if you were observing this pair, for some of you this might not have been the best pair, given the fact that it didn't break the low. Okay, but if you understand what we have been talking about, look at where it's bouncing. It's bouncing on the previous week's closing price, the same level the pound actually bounced on, which is a different level to what the euro bounced on. Because if you look at the euro, unfortunately I didn't draw these lines, but let me just draw the low just to show you. This one broke the low. Okay, it came and broke the low and bounced just after the low, and then it went up again. So these are the levels that matter the most. Okay, but judging your entry, comparing these two currencies, you could have used this as well. This one was good because it bounced exactly on a level. Okay, on 2 levels. Okay, so that's how you can judge your currencies. For some of you this might have not been the best, however, just looking at it, guys, just looking at it, the same thing we said. Okay, this market has already broken up. Okay, this market had already broken up. If you took it somewhere here, where is the equity opening time first? Where's the equity opening time? Okay, this candle opens the equity opening time. Okay, it's actually sending people down. Then rarer track, this is a very big rarer track, therefore it's important. Okay, this is a very big rarer track, hence it's important. But anyway, comparing this one, still the pound was the best for me. Okay, because that one was on day 3. This one didn't really go to day 3 and break day 3. However, based on the behavior, it also behaved very well, because as you can see, 1 2 3, it's sending people down. Okay, and then they shift the zone. Okay, they pin again. Obviously this is a stop hunt. Okay, they pin down again. Okay, but for me, I'm not on the market up until this candle here, which opened with another pin to the low. You see, I told you, people say if you wait for the equity time, you are actually missing trades. Personally, for me, I disagree. You are not missing any trades, because when the equity opens, it will actually pull back, but already it's too late. Okay, but this trade was already broken down. As you see, this is a nice W that came and bounced here. Okay, they locked the level. But for me on this day, this was the most favorable one for me. Okay, based on many factors, perfection of the level. Judging on this, the euro was a bit better. Okay, but this one for me personally was the good one. But all of this, if you understand the behavior, they presented some good trades. Okay, but you must actually select the best. But if you were observing the behavior after day 3, they dumped the prices to pump them. Thursday was a very big day, and it was a most profitable day for me. Okay, and the process remains the same, guys. I told you, it's not about taking and winning trades. No, it's basically about having a process. Okay, so you see, I was using day 3, and I was using the behavior on the levels, and I always want to be on the screen or open a trade after a stop hunt that is actually presented by the equity opening time. Okay, so mostly it's one and the same thing. Day 1 of breakouts, day 2, this is actually an inside day. Okay, so it's day 1 here, ordinary day 1, day 2 inside day, day 3, then they start reversing, and the same applies. Day 1, day 2, this is day 3, it did break. As you can see, the closing prices are now different compared to this one, and then it just changed. It's just that unfortunately on Friday it gave an inside day, didn't do anything. Okay, because those are normal things. Okay, but day 3, and now it reversed on another day 3. So you can see that this is a very profitable strategy. Okay, Why? Because I told you, markets show trap and reverse, and the number 3 is a psychological number. The problem with most people is you see these things and you tend to forget quite quick, okay? And that is the main problem most of you are actually having, okay? Okay, now we need the open of this week, the closing price actually of last Friday, which is gonna be light green. So guys, I'm only doing this to show you that this is necessary, okay? That's why I reset it. I know it's gonna make the video long, but if you want short videos, that's okay. Personally for me, I want something that will change your life, okay? For instance, doctors go to school, spend more than 7 years. After those 7 years, they go for specialization. The same applies to scientists, okay? Actually, I know these things because I did some schooling, but I'm not interested in talking about that because it's a different topic, okay? I did agriculture actually, so I know these things, okay? So even in agriculture, we spent 4 years doing a degree alone. Then after that, you spend 2 years doing masters, you go to PhD, okay? I didn't go that far, it's fine, because actually, it's a long story. I lost a lot of interest along the way, okay? But story for another day. What I'm trying to illustrate here is that most people don't want to put in the work. Most people want a 5-minute video, whereas in reality, these things ain't as easy as you think, okay? So trading is very hard. It's harder than any other profession out there. Why? Because it's a career. If you want to build a career, actually, it's a career that is actually built on a market which is uncertain. You are never certain. That's why you need to have an edge. You're gonna lose. That's why each trade doesn't matter. It's a win or a loss. That's not important, okay? We spoke about this countless times, okay? You just couple your win rate with a risk reward ratio, and that's what pays you, okay? It doesn't matter. You're not gonna get a win rate of 90% anyway, so that doesn't matter anyway, okay? So if doctors spend too many years at school and you want a 5-minute video, you watch it, you feel like you know, then I don't know. But if you are in this for the long term, or if you want to have a business or build a business out of this, then you have to put in the work. I'm sorry. That's why I'm actually showing you all these things, okay? So guys, there's a lot to talk about, but right now let me focus on day 3, okay? Day 1, day 2, day 3, okay? And we are actually looking at this beautiful week, okay? Sometimes guys, give the market time to play out. It's not about you coming and taking trades every day, okay? It's not about taking trades every day, okay? You can if you follow many pairs, okay? You can have at least one trade each and every day. But the problem is people want to open too many trades. Guys, your capital, doesn't matter how much it is. That capital is important. Preserve it, okay? Save it for the best trades, okay? Save it for the best trades. The same applies to hunting. If you are actually hunting and you have limited ammunition, obviously you're not. If your goal is to hunt for a day, some people call it a deer, whatever it is, okay? A deer or a springbok, whatever it is, you can't be shooting birds, okay? Because you're gonna deplete your ammunition, and by the time, say maybe a buffalo comes, then you have no bullets, and that's the biggest meat. If you hit a buffalo, obviously you're gonna eat for months. But if you shoot a bird and maybe you take 10 birds, you're not gonna feel satisfied, okay? So you want to save your ammunitions for the best animals, okay? So the same applies to trading. Do not deplete your ammunition. You see, now we have a day where they broke day 1, they broke day 2. This is yesterday's high, and eventually they broke day 3. So we are in day 3 of breakout. This is a very, very beautiful strategy. Guys, I gave you my playbook. It has my favorite setups. It has the rules I use. It has everything in it. So I believe if you go and actually start reading the playbook and executing as directed by the playbook, okay, you will become consistent. Okay, so that's why I decided to share it with you. Okay, so yeah, it's something that took me a long time to understand. It's something that took me a while experience and many losses, and now that's what I execute flawlessly every day. So I believe it's going to help you a lot. It's for those who are still struggling to understand these things. Okay, you can just go and grab it, and obviously it will help you a lot. Okay, so guys, this is okay, this is Frank, okay, and the yen. Day 1 breakout, day 2 breakout. Okay, so don't mind me trying to over explain and taking time. This is something you have to do every day. Okay, so if you're worried about time, I'm sorry. For me, I'm worried about the quality. So obviously I don't usually trade the Asian session, but last week I've been trading it a lot. Okay, it's just that I'm tired when I come to the London or the US. So this week I haven't been focusing on the Asian session, but it's a good session most of the time because the stop hands are very clear. Okay, the stop hands are very clear. Okay, so guys, once you're on a day 3, let's go to 5-minute chart. We have all our levels in. Okay, we are on day 3. They've pinned the low already, meaning they've closed everybody from yesterday is closed. And obviously this candle triggered some people want to sleep on the charts, right? This candle actually triggered more people to sell, and you can see whenever they use a big candle to send you in a direction and you enter, say for instance your order gets filled here, and they never allow you to get profit, and you are not in profit for 2 hours, close that trade. Okay, because you might end up losing more. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I love. They pinned yesterday's low, a level. Wow, this is amazing. Why are they always behaving like this on levels? It's because, guys, this is not gambling. Okay, once you see these things and start understanding them, guys, you'll see them every day. Okay, what did I say? They're sending people down 1, sending people down 2, sending people down 3. This is on a bigger scale. The W we talked about, which is a little bit extended. You see, this is this is a W that is extended downwards, but it's okay. For you, you can wait and see how are they behaving. What are they doing? Sending people down, sending people down. We go to a 5-minute chart. Okay, once the London equity opens, where did London equity open? It opened okay, I want to show you something quite quick. That's when I come to my screen. It opened here. It opened right here. What did they do? They pulled back, bounced on the EMA. You know, continuation trades will always bounce on an EMA, right? You see, this is the most easiest trade you can ever get. Okay, already the move is in line with the direction of the market, because this market is already broken down. It has trapped traders going down, and they locked the level. And I told you, do not try to make decisions when they are trapping. Okay, if you identify something as a trap, do not try to make decisions. Now you see everybody below yesterday's closing price is trapped. Okay, and they are gonna do that, guys. They usually trap traders below levels. You see, everybody in this box is trapped. Once you identify trap traders, guys, you will be profitable. I showed you this in last week's video, so it repeated this week. And for those who are saying haha, it's because it has already played, go and watch all my videos. You'll see same thing every day. Even the pound, no exemptions. They trap traders below this level. Worst of it, they trapped everybody below this level, and then they left the box with an engulf. You see, there is no miracle. Okay, they trapped this day. Everybody below this level was trapped. Okay, that's how they do their things. They trap you below a level. Okay, shoulder, head, shoulder. on a 1 hour time frame. That's a pattern we just discussed a few minutes ago. Okay, these are the patterns we discussed. Okay, everybody down here is trapped. Okay, shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, shoulder. Let me just show you these things, guys. These things are too perfect. Okay, the problem is, people, you're not paying attention. Okay, pay close attention to these things, you'll see them. Okay, I'm trying to stay as calm as I can. Okay, I'm gonna show you my loss in a minute, and I know this video is already long and I didn't want it to be long, but some of the times, guys, I have to reveal the truth so that everybody can see it. If you're failing to see it, I will try to make you see it. Shoulder, head, see how they use a big candle. They reverse, see the second shoulder engulf, see, on a smaller time frame. But don't make a decision when they are trapping. Where are they trapping? Obviously this is a trap. Okay, this is the trap. Okay, on a smaller time frame, this is an engulf that moves away from the trap and closes in the EMA. On a smaller time frame, you see, this here is the trap. They try to go down again, then they engulf the level. Guys, I don't know why you can't see these things. I literally don't know why you can't see these things. Okay, this was during the Asia. Obviously I didn't take the Asia, but I took this one. Okay, stay away from the traps, pull back in. This move is going. Okay, then obviously your take profit can be from here to the low of the day. Okay, you see, even if you entered here as I did, you see, 49 pips, and you leave a trailer, it still goes up, you see, gave 50 pips, it gave 50 pips. Okay, you see, 56 pip, but you take your profit here because this is a 200 expansion. Okay, so yeah, literally that's why I wanted to show this one. This is what I wanted to show you. Don't chase the equity open. Okay, if you understand it, fine, but for me personally, I struggled a lot with emotions and trying to control patience, because I was impatient, and when I was impatient, mostly the equity time will open and close me out. So that's why I came to a conclusion where I had to make my own rules. And I believe we talked about these things, that if you don't have rules, you are not gonna be consistent. So I have my own rules, and part of my rules is I wait for the equity time to open, I wait for a step hunt, and then I wait for an engulf out of the trapping zone. I don't make a decision when they are trapping. Okay, and I've learned that before from Peter Branded, as I've already explained. Okay, and possibly I'm gonna end here. You see, this was okay, we got a day one, obviously, when they broke this. Okay, so we had a peak formation. We don't actually counter trend peak formations. Okay, so this gave a day one of breakout. This is actually oil. Okay, let's not forget our daily process, weekly process. Actually, it's not a daily process, it's a weekly process. We start by those things. Okay, and I want to show you the loss that I took, but it was not really a bad loss. Okay, because I'm kind of happy even though I took a loss. Okay, I'm still kind of happy. Okay, here we use dark green. Okay, and here we use light green. Okay, same process every day. Okay, sorry, my volume is a little bit down because it's late already. What time is it? I think it's 1 a.m. in midnight in South Africa. So yeah, I don't want to be making unnecessary noise for people. However, it's a Saturday, there's a lot of parties outside, there's a lot of music. You know, South African parties are hot, and South Africans like they love parties, which is a good thing. Okay, so basically we had day one of breakouts, day one PO. Okay, why am I not marking this one? Because it's an ordinary day one. We spoke about these things. Go and watch my videos where we discuss the setups. You'll see I spoke about these things. Nothing is new. I'm just going through these trades with all of you, but there is nothing new. Okay, nothing new. Okay, and if you understand these things, they will help you. It's the same thing day in, day out, week in, week out. Same things. Day 1, day 2, day 3 of breakouts. What do? We are on an hour time frame. They broke the high. Okay, they broke the high of the week. So this market is out of balance. Okay, it's out of balance. This market is out of balance. If you were using the indicator that I showed you, which is this one actually, you would have seen that this market, okay, now it has gone down. This market was oversold, okay, based on this indicator, and they gave what? An M. We discussed this pattern few minutes ago. I told you about the patterns. Okay, so these are things that you should be looking for. They gave us a double top, they gave us an M. I gave you different variations of a double top here. Okay, and when we go back to our charts, that's what we see every day. This here is an M on an hourly time frame. Okay, just after they have broken the high of the week. Okay, okay, so this was day 3 of breakouts. What are we looking for? Let me give you another trick. Guys, I'm giving you a lot of tricks. Okay, okay, I'm giving you this trick because you stayed this long. Okay, look, the first session went up. Okay, and let's draw the high of the session. The high of the session is here. This is the high of Asia. You see, this is the gap time of Asia. However, this is how far Asia reached. You see this candle, this is the high of Asia. Okay, we're trying to identify where is the money, because the market is always after the money, and I told you, but we are using our strategy in line with where is the money. And this is multiple confluences. You know, people tell you about confluences. Okay, this is where we actually account for confluences. Okay, you see, people who bought here are in profit, no doubt. We are on a day 3. Markets are more likely to reverse on a day 3. People here did what? Bought here, maybe on the Singapore during the Asian session. This is roughly oil. Okay, this is oil. I don't trade indices before the New York session, but people don't understand these things. Okay, because there are millions and millions of traders throughout the world. Okay, so people who bought here in Asia, they were in profit. Okay, because this is the high, this is the low of Asia. Okay, I want to keep my lines here, and this was the high of Asia. Okay, this was the high of Asia, the high of Asia. Okay, on a day 3, this was the high of Asia. Okay, so the US opened, who was in profit? Where was the low of Asia? This was the low of Asia. Okay, this was the low of Asia. So quite frankly, who is in profit? Everybody from Asia is still in profit. And yeah, a couple of people who entered during the London session, they were still in profit, but they were closed by this candle, you know, spread. And people who entered after this pin were still in profit. Why? Because now this is a very strong support. Okay, they hit the support perfectly. I told you, when they hit support perfectly like this, I become curious. So basically, they closed, but they triggered more people to enter. Okay, your capital is not important until you actually open a trade. Okay, that's what we have been talking about countless times. Okay, your capital only becomes important when you execute a trade. Okay, so let's see who was in profit before the US opened. These guys here who sold here were in profit. The people who bought here were in profit. So when where is the equity opening time? It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be here 14:30, because my broker is behind in 2 hours. Okay, this is the equity opening time. What did I say? The equity opening time is more likely to throw a stop hunt. When did I say this? In most of my videos. Go and watch my previous videos, especially the one where we were talking about patience. Go and watch it. I told you, one thing that helps me be patient is waiting for the equity time to open. Look, they pinned the high. Okay, they took out people from here using spread. Okay, and I told you, when they hold a level like this, I become curious. I don't like these things, but it's an M. Okay, let's look. So the equity through a stop hunt, sending people up. This candle, when you see a very big pin like this wasn't just a pin, it was a very big candle going up fast, triggering everybody to go up. Okay, I told you two functions of a stop hunt. It's to send people in the wrong direction and to come and close those who are in profit. And this is a Brinks trade. We spoke about Brinks trade. Okay, this is a Brinks trade. Okay, so basically it's a 3-session trade. Who is in profit now? Who is in profit? We wait for that final push. It fails. I love this push. You know, if you're following me, that after stop hunt, I want to see that final push. If I see it and then engulf closing inside the EMA, that's my bonus. Guys, I'm in. I don't care. I'm in. And I put my stops 1 bar. Okay, 1 bar. So basically on a 15 minutes, this was a perfect trade. This was a very, very perfect trade. You see, even on a 5 minutes, same candle that closed inside the EMA, this candle here engulfed 2 candles. Okay, what did we say? Don't make decision when they are trapping. They were trapping. Throw a stop hunt, give the last push, engulf that closes here. On a 5 minutes, yes, people could have waited for here. Why? Because this was the zone where they were trapping. Okay, but on a 15 minutes, this was so clean, guys. This was so clean. You see, this is the big engulf that is now going vertical. Where are trap traders? Above the high of the week. I told you, they always trap above a level. The importance of understanding these levels. But there are people who still don't mark out these levels. What are you anticipating? What are you waiting for? What are you looking for? This is why you're not consistent. You are not putting in the work. Doctors study for many years. You think that because trading is buy and sell, it's easy. It's not easy. It's even harder than most professions. And yeah, given the statistics, we have many doctors who are failing in this field. We have many pilots who are failing in this field. It's funny. It's only funny that we have many gamers who are actually making it big in this field. Maybe because gamers have learned to be patient. You know, when you're playing game, I love games. I play a lot of games. Okay, I played a lot. Ghost Recon. I played a lot of games. Okay, World War. You know those World War series. Okay, I play those games a lot. Okay, they teach you patience. You lose a level, you have to start again, and more especially if you are playing games where you have to be a soldier or something. You have to find camouflage. You have to be patient to execute that beautiful set action. You have to be patient and make sure those opponents don't see you. Okay, so that's one thing I believe helps most gamers, because gamers are successful in this game. Okay, and athletes, yeah, there's a lot of athletes, maybe people who have been soccer stars, people who have been basketball players, and I'm talking about the best athletes. And these are the guys that most prop firms, I'm talking about real prop firms, not these kind of prop firms that are popping out now that make profit when you lose. I'm talking about the real prop firms. They hire most of those guys because those guys have learned to be patient and to work hard, and they always want to be the best. Okay, so doctors and most other professionals, they fail a lot when it comes to trading. Okay, because this is a very hard game which is actually built on emotions, and only the patient people get the reward. Hence I said I don't want to trade before the equity time. You see, this trade went vertical. Oh, somebody's saying but I'm saying this because it has happened. Guys, it's not about saying this because it has happened. Ever since this video started, it's now over 1 hour. We have been talking about the very same thing, day trades. Okay, we have been talking about executing trades after the equity open. We have been talking about executing trades after the engulf that follows the stop hunt. If I'm lying, you can comment below. But as what I know thus far is that we have actually been talking about one thing in particular. So I don't know, for those who are saying hey, it's because it has already played out, that's your own problem, I believe, because basically we have been talking about the same thing. And now you see, for your take profit, you can take the closing price back to the bodies, and where is it? You see, back to the bodies, it landed here. You see, here's the 200 here. So your take profit was basically here. You see, here's your take profit. It's an expansion, and you can see how profitable this is. So guys, trading is easy if you omit your actions out, and you are patient, and you take the very same things day in, day out. The main reason people lose is because they are taking emotional decisions. If I have to go back, okay, people don't have rules. I have rules. I only come to my screen after the equity time. Some people enter early, but for me, I find that I understand better, because at the end of the day, it's gonna boil to what you understand more. It's gonna boil to your personal preference, and it's gonna boil to what works for you. Okay, because when you go back to the charts and you backtest the same thing every day, you're gonna realize your urge. Okay, because my emotional or my ability to tolerate something, my tolerance level, my level of patience is different from yours. So choose what works for you and make the strategies your own, because that's where you'll find the power, okay, of the strategy. If you want to execute it exactly as I am doing, it might not work for you, but honestly, if you make this setup your own and you take it in a way that you personally understand, then it will work for you. So for me, if trade goes before the equity opening, then it's fine. I haven't lost anything. I preserve my capital. In the long run, I'm gonna be way too more profitable. Okay, why? Because I'm taking what I understand each and every day, so I can actually account for all the losses that I incur. I can actually learn from them, and I can journal them, because it's something I do every day. But the moment you start if you don't have rules, there's nothing you can judge your trades from. Even when journaling, how are you gonna know where you made a mistake? How are you gonna know if your win was a good win or a bad win? You can't know, because you have no rules, let alone if you don't even have a plan. Okay, because I talked about trading plan and a business plan, but if you don't have a trading plan, then you don't even know. But the major problem is emotions, impatience. That's the major problem. And for me, when the equity opens, then I wait for the stop hunt, and then I execute. That's when I find my edge, because most of the days they go as I plan them, sometimes early, but it's fine. If I missed, I missed. I don't care. Okay, I personally missed nothing, because that's not part of my setup. And I told you I took a loss, and I think this is the last one. I wanted to go through most of the currencies, but I'll make another video probably in the morning. But for now, let me show you my loss. Okay, this was day 3, and then it closed as a first red day. And not just that, it broke the low. So when it breaks the low, it becomes a day 1 of breakout going down. Okay, so personally, I use the red color, which aligns well with markets that are going down. But let me just flip the books, because it's now another direction. So this one become day 1 of breakout to the downside, and obviously I told you I love day 2 continuations, and I want an opportunity that is clear. So on this day, oil was the best candidate. Why? I told you again, look at the high of Asia, and also project the same thing we projected here. Asia, after Asia is traded, where is the high, where is the low? And funny enough, they came back to they bounced at the level, they made their high in the level, and the following day they did the same thing, made their high on the level. And if we were to ask ourselves who is in profit, everybody from yesterday's closing price. Obviously the same applies to this day. These guys were in profit before the trade actually transpired, so the market came and closed them out, because the market is most likely always gonna chase money. And these guys who entered here, they were again in profits. Okay, so these are the things we need to see. And then let's wait for London. Okay, actually my lines are still there. Okay, and when this one has traded, you see I drafted these lines, but they're still there. I didn't reset this one, they're still there. So it's the same process for me every day. So let's look at London. This is the high of London, same as yesterday. Okay, the difference here is that when US opens, it comes and pieces through here. Okay, where's the equity opening time? The equity opening time, I told you, the equity is more likely to throw a stop hand. This candle here opens the equity. So there's something you have to understand for those who are getting confused. Okay, one thing you have to understand is when the equity is opening, you see we are inside the high and we are inside the low. These guys here are no longer in profit because obviously US started by closing them. Okay, so we can subtract, take these guys out because they are no longer in profit. But who is in profit? Everybody from the low of yesterday. And this is a day 2. What are we expecting? A continuation. Sometimes these continuations will fail, as we saw yesterday on the euro yen and the pound yen. Okay, so you see we are inside. Who is in profit on a day 2? If you're gonna get a day 2 continuation, you want 3 session setups. What is 3 session setups? Where the sessions are making steps. Okay, this is a step going up, okay, and then they piece through. Okay, sending people out. Breakout traders think, oh, they're broken up, they're gonna go up, and then they reverse with a very big engulf. Okay, so you can come to 5 minutes when things are like this. Okay, because that's actually what I did after the equity has opened. Already I know that the equity has opened and I know that they've closed traders. When they close traders, this is a stop hunt, because I told you 2 functions of a stop hunt is actually to send people into the wrong direction and also to close those who were in profit before. So I watched them coming down and you see we got this engulf. Okay, I went to a 1 minute time frame. Okay, just want to be honest with you and show you what I did. Okay, where was it? Where was all this? Wait a minute. Where's the trade? Wait a minute, let me go to a 5 minutes again. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, farm. Okay, okay, let me go to 1 minute because that's what I want to see. Okay, no man, where is that thing? Okay, where's my 5 minutes? Okay, let me show you on a 5 minutes. Okay, okay, let me show you in a 5 minute what I did. Okay, because okay, the 1 minute I'm getting lost, but what I actually did yesterday was, because actually the 1 minute I think it's not loading yesterday's chart, that's why I am actually not seeing this. Okay, so on a 5 minute chart yesterday, what I did was, you see this one, it's a stop hunt. Okay, it's a stop hunt and they bounced on this level. Okay, and I entered on this engulf, but on a 1 minute time frame. There was a very big engulf on a 1 minute time frame. They closed inside the EMA after that last push. So basically I entered somewhere here. Okay, on a 1 minute time frame. If you check your 1 minute time frame, you'll see I sold here. Everything, the process was perfect. I know he's in profit. Okay, I know he's in profit. I know it's a day 2 and it's a 3 session setup. Okay, and then they came back for me. Unfortunately yesterday it was a crazy day. Okay, it's a very crazy day because we had a lot of news. Okay, yes, oil is not much affected by news, but yeah, they gave the trade late. Okay, so I didn't stay enough to wait for this time. Okay, because I was already out of my screen, everything was shut and closed. Okay, so yeah, my stops were basically somewhere here below. They were just below because I used the 5 minute chart, and I've used the minute chart. Actually not here, they were somewhere here on a 1 minute chart. Okay, after that push, and then they came back for me and they closed me. Okay, they closed me, so I took a loss, but my process is the same. Unfortunately, if this happened during the session time, I would have got this, because you see stop hunt and then that big engulf. But personally I thought this was it, but yeah, the market had a different plan for the day. But again, my take profit was down here on an expansion of 2. Okay, because I thought, okay, they might come here, or even they might go to the low of the week. Okay, so I had like different take profits, but they closed me on the first attempt before I actually added position. So I was happy because I was waiting to add the second position provided they pull back, but unfortunately they just came and closed me, and I was happy. I didn't get this one, I lost here. So yeah, basically it was a good day. And I'm not gonna go, let me just say something for gold yesterday. If you look at gold on a 1 hour time frame, I'm not gonna talk about this. It was just sending people up, you see, and then sending people up. This is a triple top, okay? And somebody asked me, I posted this on the community, and somebody asked if this is a very good opportunity, first red day to sell high, and I didn't respond. Okay, reason being, I will respond if it's a good trade. Okay, because even the day before I did post the DJ, the one I just explained, the beautiful trade I took. I did post it on the community, and that day I responded that yes, this is a good setup. No, it was pound USD. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, I did respond on this one, but on gold yesterday I didn't respond, mainly because I was busy with something. But there's something you must understand, guys. There's something you must understand. This was a beautiful triple top. Honestly, I want to be honest with you. If there were no news on the calendar, I was gonna take this. Okay, I don't want to lie to you, but the most important thing you should be able to see is, let me go to yesterday on the economic calendar. I believe you all saw that. Okay, I believe you all saw that, and let's just bring it quite quick, okay, before we deplete our time. You see, we had news at 5 p.m. We had news at 6 p.m. We had news at 9 p.m., which is clearly way too late. When you have news like this, these are not the news that where you'll get the results. These are news where prices are actually moved as the speaker is talking. Okay, if you don't understand economics or finance like me, I don't understand all those things yet. Okay, these are not trades you should actually be taking. I repeat, these are not trades you should be taking. Why? Because as the speaker is talking, he will give a point, prices will shoot up, because there are people who actually understand finance and economics, but market makers take advantage of that. When something positive is said, maybe for the dollar, prices go up. The next 3 minutes, he says something negative about the dollar, they drive prices down, they pin you. The next minute or the next 10 minutes, he says something positive, they drive prices high. So this kind of news where prices are actually dependent on the speaker, be careful about this news. Okay, so when there's news like this, anything will happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. Okay, I know price action is king, but when there's news like this, the same applies to FOMIC news. When there's FOMIC news, those prices are actually determined by what the speaker is saying. So you must be careful about those kind of news. Okay, however, yesterday gold did present an opportunity. Okay, gold did present an opportunity just before, okay, for somebody to enter, take profit or lock profit. You see, this was the consolidation. When you see a consolidation like this, just know that they are preparing something big. Let me show you the last time they did this. The last time they did this was on a Friday. Okay, you see, they consolidated like this. When you see gold consolidating like this, or any other currency, but mostly gold, expect an explosive move. You see, this move continued even on Monday. It was driven from this consolidation. So when you see gold consolidating like this, be careful. Okay, so you can see even on a 1 hour, they played, then gave an engulf that closed inside the EMA. on a 15 minute they gave that engulf, on a 5 minute they gave that engulf, okay, but it was something to enter quick and out. You see, this is the engulf. I told you, don't be part of the chopping, okay. You see, they stop hunt, they do this. When there is news, I will enter a trade early, okay, when the opportunity is given. But I didn't actually take this trade, okay. I didn't take this trade, I want to be honest, okay. But it did present a nice trade for people to lock their profit, maybe here, and leave a trailer before the news, okay, or just take your entire profit right before the news. See, you could have like taken profits from any point here. This did give a nice 50 pips, and even went to 100, okay. But this was a quick trade, okay. But personally for me, I didn't feel comfortable. Why? Because there were those explosive news, and I know those news, okay. So did I miss? Obviously I didn't miss, okay. I didn't miss. It did go above 350 pips if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it went 200 something, but it, from someone who got it here, actually it went 300 and something. Wait a minute, no, I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about yesterday, sorry, I'm not talking about that one. This one was a good trade that was presented. Yes, this day there were no news, okay. I did take gold on this day. The day where I didn't take gold was yesterday, okay, but it did present a very good opportunity. You see, that's why I was making a mistake, sorry. I was talking about the same thing. They engulfed, and they engulfed, you see, just before. That's, I'm actually surprised, because I did say that they did manage to go over 50 pips, okay. If you were on a 5-minute time frame, yes, they gave an opportunity. You see, same thing as on Friday, same thing. It's just a repetition. Don't make decision in the trapping, make decision after the equity open, okay. Make decision. You see, this opens, this engulf here opens the equity already, everybody low is stop hunted, okay. But I didn't take this trade. But yes, it did give about 50 pips before the news. That's why I was saying 50 before, okay. I did take a trade on Friday, but I didn't take a trade on yesterday's move that actually went over 350 pips. Yes, that's what I was saying. It went 350 pips. I didn't take this trade, but it did give a nice opportunity even on a 15-minute candle, to be honest, for those who knew, okay, because this was roughly 45 minutes before the news, okay. So yeah, it was roughly a very nice opportunity. It was actually, yeah, it was before the news, okay. So there was a couple of pips to be taken, not 15 minutes, but it was roughly, yeah, it was roughly 15 minutes before the news, and it did give roughly 50 pips, okay. It did give roughly 50 pips for somebody who took it on a smaller time frame, okay. So let me check on a 1 minute, because I did see this, but I didn't take it. I didn't feel comfortable taking it. You see, yes, it did give 50 pips, because I saw this and I was looking at the charts, okay. They engulfed here, but this is the candle that most shifts everything out, and basically they did give a 50 pips right before the news. Yeah, they did. You see, they gave roughly 50 something pips, and I did see this, but obviously I wasn't feeling comfortable, because we had the first batch of news, then we had the second batch of news, and yeah, even though they ended up going explosively up after bouncing here, I didn't take this trade, okay. Besides, I'm using Owanda, and Owanda wouldn't allow me to enter if there is explosive news like this. But honestly, when there's those kind of news, nothing is certain, okay. Nothing is certain. But if there was no news, honestly, I would have executed based on the triple top, okay, and obviously the behavior, because that's what I want to see, okay. But it is what it is. I didn't miss anything. The market will always be there. They'll always have money. And yeah, I think we are done, guys. Let me not even talk about this. I'll make another video, okay, because yeah, I'll make another video, because I did take this trade, and that's the one I posted on the community, and it was a very, very good trade for me. But anyway, I lost on oil, and I'm happy with it. Okay, many beautiful opportunities, perfect day trade opportunities. And lastly, I want to thank you all. For those who are not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Okay, and I hope you learned from this video. It's long, but guys, I care about quality. Okay, I care about quality, and I wish you all the very best. Okay, and one thing you should pay close attention to is the beginning of the month. You see, gold didn't just behave the way it behaved. It's a new month. When a new month starts, it's a new cycle. So when a new cycle starts, obviously the markets will obviously start building a new monthly template. Okay, so that's where you can see moves which are not ordinary or not normal. So take that into consideration, guys. We'll make a video about that, but for now, I wish you all the very best. I am tired right now, okay, and this video is way too long. I understand that you are all tired, and prepare for next week, guys, and have a very beautiful week. I wish you all the best, but put in the work. Trading is more harder than any other career, and if doctors are actually studying 7+ years to specialize, if pilots are studying many years, if simple scientists like an agricultural scientist studies for over 10 years, because yes, it is 10 years, roughly 4 years degree, 2 years masters, and roughly 4 years PhD. Okay, that's a field I was in, so I know if a simple scientist studies for roughly 10 years and you think you're gonna master trading through a video of 2 hours, obviously you are not serious. And yeah, if you need consistency, you must put in the work, you must understand, you must backtest. Honestly, I backtest more than 4 hours each day. Okay, and on the other hand, I'm learning economics. There's a lot of things I'm learning. I'm reading books like Market Wizard. Right now I've started a new book by the same person who wrote Market Wizard, and it's actually called The Sense and Nonsense of Markets. So you can see how eager I am to learn. Okay, I watch podcasts a lot. I watch a lot of interviews with best traders. I actually follow people like Peter Brandt, and he recently posted a nice video, okay, that explains his thought process and how he actually goes through the charts and everything, which is a beautiful. You can just go to his channel, Peter Brandt. Okay, you'll find his video. He posted it this week, and it's a very great video. And guys, what I will advise you is put in the time to learn. Okay, honestly, without learning, there's nothing that can be achieved. It's gonna be hard for the first years. However, trading is a continuous journey of learning. Read books, guys. Read books. Okay, I'll actually share with you a website where you can just get audiobooks and they just listen to them. Okay, I'll put it in the description probably tomorrow. Okay, where you can just get audiobooks. If you are driving, you can just play the audiobook, at least listen to one chapter a day, and I believe that will help you. Doctors spend too many years, scientists spend too many years, and you want to master trading through a 5-minute video. You're not gonna do that. Okay, you're not gonna do that. Hence, I also shared with you my the playbook I use, and I believe it's gonna help you. But nothing is gonna be as easy for those who don't really want to work hard. I shared with you everything I do every day, how I actually take my trades, and everything on that book. Okay, because that's all my experience, and that's the most important thing. Okay, but guys, honestly speaking, you must be open to learning. You can't master trading watching a 5-minute video. You have to go and backtest. You have to go and read, understand things, learn from the best traders. I'm not talking about Instagram marketers or gurus. No, we have people like Paul Tudor Jones, people like George Soros, people like Jim, people like, we have a lot of people. Mark Douglas, he has a lot of books. Those are people you should learn from. Okay, Okay, so go and put in the hours, guys. That's what I can advise you. I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna be profitable by trading 5 minutes a day then going to the beat. No, I spend sleepless nights. Look at the time at which it's roughly going to 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm recording this video for you. So imagine how determined I am, and how much I'm committed in this industry. I spend sleepless nights. Honestly, I spend sleepless nights on the charts. I spend most of the hours, most of the weekends. I do go out sometimes, but I don't go out most of the times because I just prefer learning. So, guys, if you want to be successful in this industry, honestly, nothing will pay you more than putting in the work. Okay, so I wish you the very best, and I'm gonna tell you things that nobody will tell you. Okay, because that's the truth. I don't care if people say, hey, you can make 1 million. As much as you can make 1 million, you can lose it. So, guys, I wish you the very best, and yeah, I wish you the best. Okay, I wish you the very best. Thank you, guys.